here in the CB Arena in Cholet, and what a tie this has been. Cholet winning the opening leg by just 1 point, 89-88. And the PAOK fans have traveled here in good numbers to support their team to create very good atmosphere as we get ready to watch some very talented players. Cholet, one of the best teams, no doubt, in this competition all season long, also as evidenced by their performance in France. Certainly a team that is headed towards the postseason, and they want to go into that postseason on the back of a title win, and they look to have as good a chance as anybody right now, but they're going to have to survive this semifinal tie against PAOK, who did well over the closing stages of the first leg to claw back that deficit. They outscored them by several points in that fourth quarter to give themselves probably almost an equal chance, although you got to say the home court advantage goes to Cholet tonight. So second leg here in the CB Arena once again is Cholet Basket taking on PAOK Mateco. It's the aggregate score that matters here. So effectively the first half has been played. It's 89-88 at halftime after that opening leg. And now we are getting ready for the second. You can see the road to the final. Cholet beat Casademont Zaragoza quite convincingly to advance to this stage. PAOK winning over FOB, JDA Basket, Dijon, and Cerne Bilbao trading blows in the other semifinal. So we'll get a look at both of these teams as we get ready. Just one loss this in the second round for Cholet. They finished top of their first round group, top of their second round group, stormed into the quarterfinals where they have been very impressive so far, as I said, beating Zaragoza to get to this stage. And when you also look back and you see how PAOK have done well, they've acquitted themselves very well. PAOK beat Fribourg from Switzerland. They were knotted at 62 after the first leg, and then PAOK winning that second one 82-76. And in that last game, 89-88, these two teams played the first leg of this quarterfinal. Well, you got to look back, and again, PAOK jumped out to the early lead, 25-19. Then they went off the rails a little bit, 28-15 in that second quarter. But PAOK ended up winning the second half, 48-42. So, but the difference there was Massimo Cancellieri's team was playing in Greece, and tonight they are back in France, where actually he has experience coaching Massimo Cancellieri. So he will not be, this will not seem like a strange atmosphere for him playing in this wonderful atmosphere here at Cholet. Well, you look at how they've spread out their minutes, and they really have done a great job. Cholet, Gerald Ayayi, Cleveland Melvin, Mohamed Diawara, Stephen Smith, Chris Ibu, Endow, TJ Campbell, and Bastien Vautier, as well as Jamuni McNeese over the course of the season. Nathan D'Souza, the young French international, Aaron Wheeler, and those guys have really played the bulk of the minutes this season. Stephen Smith, perhaps the most explosive. He had 21 in that second leg win over Zaragoza, which really raised eyebrows. He is leading this team in scoring at 13.5 points per game. Vautier at 12.9 points per game. And TJ Campbell, no surprise, the assist leader. So McNeese still registers, Andre Robertson still registers amongst the leaders in rebounding, but had only played a couple of games. So we will look past him and look at the contributions of Vautier and Chris Ibu-Endow at 5.8 rebounds and 5.7 rebounds, respectively. So Cholet, this atmosphere rocking and rolling here, getting ready for this second leg of the FIBA Europe Cup semifinal between these two teams. And you can see what it means to the fans here. They can taste it. They can smell it. The final, not that far away, but again, it's just a 1-point lead from that opening leg. This classic European competition system, the home and away. And that really does add to the intrigue, in my opinion. We will see if Cholet can ride this home court advantage. But again, a very good sized crowd here tonight. You see Vautier there limping and not able to go tonight with his injury. So that is a big blow for Cholet Basket. Also missed last week, but in that first leg, TJ Campbell with 12.7 assists. You also had you also had the 26 points from Gerald Ayayi, who really did come out and put in one of his strongest performances of the season, only averaging 9.9 points and 4.1 rebounds per game in this competition. But he came out and had his season high. So had that season high at just the right time. And also getting ready to introduce you to the referees tonight. Vidas Gedvilas there from Lithuania, the crew chief, Martin Horzov from Bulgaria on the left, and Martin Vulic from Croatia. So 3 seasoned FIBA referees that have refereed at the highest level and getting the call in this game tonight. So what kind of changes might Cancellieri be making tonight for PAOK to combat Cholet? We know that Cholet have good length. They've got quickness, speed. They like to put up the threes. But don't forget, this PAOK team also will jack up a lot of threes. They shot 44.1% in that first leg, making 15 of 34. One area where neither team really had an advantage. Points off turnovers 10 for Cholet on the road. And there he is, Fabrice Lefrançois, the head coach of Cholet Basket. Big moment for him. And it'll be an even bigger moment if his team can advance, getting the win tonight. Okay, folks, we are underway. The opening tip and an infraction too early, I guess, the jump. I'm not exactly sure what that call was, to be honest. So it's going to be PAOK basketball attacking the basket to the left and wearing their trademark black with white. And coming out and putting up the first shot and making it and taking the lead on aggregate, which will perhaps calm the nerves. So Cedric Henderson with the first bucket. And the quick reply from Cholet. And now the turnover. We talked about turnovers and points off turnovers. But the foul called. And you can see that Yayi trying to get this crowd jacked up and ready to make the difference tonight. So Yayi had the first three, then he gets to steal. Remember, he had the big game last week, and here's the lob. Couldn't quite go upstairs and control it, but he gets it back and takes his time and scores. So McNeese, number 8 is great. It's 5-3. Cholet on top. Pass whipped into the paint, down low, turning and calmly scoring Devontae Upson. Well, Upson does have some upside to his game. He showed it there. Nice patience. Great rejection right at the rim from Frank Bartley. Campbell gets it over to a Yayi into the paint. Misses McNeese. Gets the basketball back. And the whistle blows. So it'll stay at this end. Campbell very experienced. He will inbound the basketball. Brought by Shavar Reynolds, who is the player of the month for March. Well, that's no good from Melvin. Upson with the rebound. And here comes Shavar Reynolds. Now at the stripe. Missing that one was Devontae Upson. Now quickly the other way. McNeese spins, turns. Guarded by Upson. And the call is a foul on Upson. Yayi gets it back to Campbell, who misses from the left corner. Ball saved in bounds, but into the hands of Melvin. So Cholet maintained possession. Melvin trying to get involved, a little bit short with that release. A three-pointer. No good from Henderson. Fed by Reynolds. Now quickly the other way, the three-point shot, and Melvin again misses. Melvin trying to force his way into the game so far. Now Reynolds. So much rides on his shoulders tonight, the point guard. One of the steadiest performers in the league. He's fortunate he didn't turn it over there. And the three-point shot is good. Well, going down, and Bartley also complaining, wanted the foul, but referee tells him to get up. See it so often now, three-point shooters definitely go down looking for the foul. So Shavar Reynolds reaches in and commits the foul. Well, I think if you're PAOK, you want to come out, see the ball go through the hoop. And it has for them a few times already, so they have come out, had, I think, a decent start to the game, but you can tell that Cholet, explosive unit, and with Nathan D'Souza now checking into the game and inbounding it, he just adds to the speed, the quickness. There's the pass whipped down low, and the bucket from Melvin. And finally, Melvin gets on the board Shot no good from Jackson Kreuzer. That's going to stay at this end. There's a nice pass by Stephen Smith. Set up that last Cholet basket. Right now we're even on aggregate. Remember, it's the team that wins the total score between these two games, over the course of the two games. Nice bounce pass into the lane, and the shot from the right corner. It's good. Second one of the night from Frank Bartley. Stephen Smith gets it back outside. Aaron Wheeler also in the game. Wears 0. Now he goes underneath. D'Souza whips it, tries to get the pass to him. And PAOK knock it away. Here's Hatzavelis, excuse me. Now the pass down low. And Upson goes up, and he is fouled as well. Chance for a three-point play. A positive start here for the team from Greece. Upson sinks the free throw and takes the PAOK lead up to 14-7. So Cholet a little bit on the back foot right now. Perhaps want to speed the game up if they can. Stephen Smith driving in, takes a very difficult reverse layup attempt and misses. Coach appealing for a foul, but that appeal falls on deaf ears. Henderson, another 3 attempt, no good. And called for the foul, Mohamed Diawara. He was trying to bat the ball away. So it's going to remain with PAOK. Francois, rather. Not pleased. And look at Martin Horzov just asking him to calm down a little bit. But you definitely do not want to start this game on the back foot if you're Cholet. Remember, they were outscored in the first leg, and then they came good in the second quarter. But again, from a mental aspect, don't think you want to dig yourself an early hole against a team like PAOK. Hatzavelis. Another long jump shot. Hustling to the basketball. Good job by Forrester, but they turned it over. Three-point shot. No. Diawara missing that one. Henderson. And they turn it back over. Well, a lot of noise. Francois calling the play from the sideline. Jacob Granderson into the game as well. Finland International, here is the drive, and oh, goodness me. Stephen Smith missing right at the rim. Partly missing, but they get it back. Hatsuvelis. Good looking shot, and the three is good. It's a 10-point lead for PAOK. And really, as dream starts go, that is precisely what this is. PAOK confidence growing here on the road. The second leg battle. Cholet and PAOK. Cholet winning the opening leg by a point. So no secrets between these two teams. You don't want to make excuses if you're Cholet, and they do have a good, deep roster, but to lose a player like Vautier to injury for this semifinal has been a real blow when you consider his overall impact on games. 12.9 points per game, 5.8 rebounds. Also provides rim protection. Did play through the quarterfinals, averaged 10.5 points. And 7 rebounds in that series. Cholet have let some miss some shots that ordinarily they would expect to make here early on, and PAOK meanwhile have punished them, going up by 10 points. So they have a 9-point lead on aggregate. Here's a jump shot off the front of the iron, and the rebound corralled by Jacob Forrester. That's Avelis. Over to Granderson. Granderson can shoot it. Finland style. So they played some basketball at Duke. Well, that's a little bit of a confusion in the defense from PAOK just to give away the easy layup to Stephen Smith, and that's a smart play, trying to get those high percentage looks. Don't just settle for the jumpers. Go to the basket. Hatsuvelis backing up Smith. Well, not much help there either. He's just going to use his advantage and score with ease. Oh, looked like he might have been out of bounds there. The ball was passed back to him. Here's Smith. So he's starting to settle down now. He made that drive. Now he hits the free throw. And let's see if Cholet can force some turnovers here, try to get some easy buckets. And nobody picks up for the second time. The driver, and Forrester just goes in for an uncontested layup. He's fouled from behind. Well, they're definitely going to have to change the chip if they have any expectations of getting to the final. Cholet defensively giving away some easy opportunities. Hatsuvelis is going to come out. Well, the Italian Cancellieri, I'm not sure what he was so excited about there. Stephen Smith missing with the jumper. Okay, so a foul is called, so TJ Campbell going to the free throw line. Constantino Papadakis, number 23, whistled for the foul, and TJ Campbell goes to the line and makes the first. And makes the second as well. Throws it to the corner. Grandison goes in from the baseline, has it knocked out of his hands. Smith looked like might have been tripped up from behind, but it doesn't matter because Melvin strokes it from deep from three-point range. Coming up on the 1 minute mark, Hatzivelis knocking down to three. Goodness me, what a start for PAOK. Well, 27 points, that's all you need to know about Cholet's defense in this first quarter already. Still got a minute to go. And PAOK with this big early lead. Melvin missing the drive and the foul. So 27-16, Melvin eager to make an imprint on this game. Goes to the line, he's got 5 points. And this is the first. Well, the road to ruin paved by turnovers and missed free throws. Kind of a line drive for a free throw. Misses the second one as well. So not the best free throw shooter, as his 5 of 14 from the line during the season suggests. A three-pointer no good from Papadakis. And again, Cholet with a chance to go. Oh, and a Yayi, what are they going to call? Oh, traveling. Well, it looked like Papadakis was set. Crowd doesn't like it. Really, the guy that's been kind of the glue guy for PAOK so far is Hatzivelis, one of the veterans in this team. A 3-second differential in the game clock and shot clock here at the end of the quarter. Hatzivelis takes it pretty early, misses, and they're going to keep it at this end. Crash on the boards, 5.2 seconds remaining. So LeFrancois wanted to make a substitution here, defensive substitution, to get a Yayi. Maybe a little bit of an extra breather here right at the end of the quarter. Oh, they get it inbound, and they're going to get a lob. Oh, and they missed the dunk. Can you believe it? What an opportunity. Jacob Forrester will not get an easier chance than that. I mean, we have seen Cholet just giving away a lot of easy shots. They have got to make some adjustments defensively. They're fortunate to escape without giving up points on that one. Is 20 27-16. PAOK on top of Cholet at the end of one. So Hatzavella so far with 8 points, 5 points for Upson, 6 for Bartley, and 6 of 11 from three-point range for PAOK. They lead at 27-16 against Cholet Basket, who are just 2 of 8 from deep, 6 of 17 overall from the floor. And they're getting absolutely destroyed on the glass as well. 15 rebounds compared to 6 for Cholet. And now they come out and they get a steal. They're going to go in and get fouled right there. Hatzavella's once again making the plays. And it's PAOK with the fantastic start here in hostile territory of the second leg of the semifinal in the FIBA Europe Cup. Remember, they came in having lost the first game 89-88. And PAOK so far, especially this guy, Hatzavella's locked in, although Hatzavella's missing his team's, for the second time actually, the free throw. Excuse me, that was their first miss of the night. So 28-16 now, PAOK up quickly the other way, hanging in the air and scoring. Ayayi, just vital. From the corner, and another three-pointer, the third of the game for Frank Bartley. And frankly, my dear, this guy, somebody better get out and guard him. 3 of 3 from deep for Frank Bartley. Nathan D'Souza. And the air ball at least collected by Cholet and scored with the putback. And another three-pointer. The threes are just flying in. And we saw it in the first game as well. Don't forget they knocked down 14. Here's Ayayi, feet set. They battle away. D'Souza comes down with the basketball. That's more like it. Chris Ibu Endow for the three-pointer. And that gets it back to an 11-point deficit. So Bartley with 4 threes, setting the pace early. Here he is again. He gets open. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. It just looks at the crowd. 5 of 5. And he is as hot as a firecracker. D'Souza dribbling in. Oh, forces one up almost. Got it to go. He's got 2 free throws. Well, vital free throws here And again, it's all about the defense right now. They got to get out and guard Bartley. Bartley has already had his best three-point shooting game of the season. He was 3 of 7 against Kalev Kramer back in December. And he was 3 of 6 in the first leg between these two teams. So when you consider that he's hit 8 of 11 threes, kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? He is on fire. So 37-25, PAOK on top of Cholet. And the big question is, does anybody have Frank Bartley? Here he is roaming. Hatzavelis as well has been good. And that is going to be a charge. I can never tell if Cancellieri is upset with his players or with the referees, but he is quite frequently upset. He's using a lot of gesticulations over there. He is definitely quite the character. Good coach. Here's Nathan D'Souza pushing it up the floor quickly. Oh, matched by Papadakis. D'Souza driving in, gets it to the corner. Oh, Endow stepped out of bounds. Well, I can only assume there's a bout of nerves here in the stands. 27.5 minutes still to go in this game, but you're trailing by 12. It's interesting, Frank Bartley listed at 1.91 meters in height, 6 feet 3 inches, and as a point guard, but to me he's clearly a 2, if not a small forward, certainly in this lineup. Here he is, run the baseline, popping out. This time, Yaya guards him. He still gets it up, and that was a heat check. And you still keep the basketball. Good work down there on the glass. And this game going according to plan for Cancellieri. Not so much for that man. Papadakis, skip pass. Kreuzer drives in, back outside to Papadakis. Oh my, what a lovely finish from Papadakis. And the lead is 14 once again. Papadakis this time with the foul. Well, again, you go back, Frank Bartley, 5 of 5 from three-point range. He has had some big scoring games this season. Just hasn't shot it quite as well as he started here tonight. Nathan D'Souza, taking that shot early in the shot clock. Well, Bartley, not sure who he was throwing the ball to there. And Cancellieri is going to have to sit down and calm down. Not happy with the execution there, that's for sure. Smith back in the game. There's Melvin and Dow. Back to D'Souza. D'Souza with a pump fake. And Dow spins, gets it back to D'Souza. You can see they're trying to pick him up full court even after the missed shots. There's Smith stepping in front of Papadakis, who goes behind his back. Bartley, oh my. And boy, they live dangerously there. Well, the Bulgarian referee, Martin Harzov, making the call there. I think he's awarded possession to Cholet. I'm not exactly sure what the call is. Whew. Well, the way Papadopoulos kind of leaned into him, he was definitely living dangerously. So D'Souza goes out. Endow's going to inbound it. TJ Campbell back in. Aaron Wheeler also back in. Big man wearing number 0. Campbell, shot clock about to expire. Great rebound, Endow. Then he goes up and is fouled from behind by Kreuzer. Well, they've had a couple of times here where they've taken it really late in the shot clock and gotten off some bad ones, and it's only the hustle of Endow that gets the opportunity here at the free throw line. Endow makes just 1 of 2, and the ball batted out. Touched a couple of Cholet players' hands and ends up with number 23. Bartley has it knocked away. Open floor. Crowd wants the unsportsmanlike. And Gedvilas just calls the normal foul. They could appeal if they wanted. They've got that one challenge. So Aaron Wheeler going to the free throw line. And right now, the way this game is going, these are very important free throws. He's made 14 of 18 at the stripe this season in the in the FIBA Europe Cup. Takes his time, makes the first. They're back to a 12-point deficit. And it's got to start on the defensive end for Cholet. Oh, boy. And they catch a break there. Ball went off of Forrester. The free throw was badly missed. And TJ Campbell turns it over. He's telling the ref, he's telling his team he wants to appeal it, but you've only got 1. You better be sure. So they are definitely going to use the coach's challenge. Fabrice Lefrancois, a little bit peeved that he has to use the challenge on an out-of-bounds call so early in the game, but because of this game, here it is. You better hope that he wins this, or he won't be too happy with his. Oh my goodness, I'm not so sure about that. I think Gedvilas might have gotten that one right. Let's have a look again. Ooh. You need to slow it down right when the defender reaches in. Ooh, I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to win that challenge. Good job, Jackson Kreuzer reaching in. T.J. Campbell was insistent that it was going to be their basketball. And it's almost like the coach, LeFrancois, is trusting his player on that one, so I'm thinking he might be let down on this decision. No, I'm not convinced by the coach there. He's saying that, well, he certainly thinks it should be their ball, but okay, we're going to get the decision. I think Cholet's going to be disappointed, but let's see. Oh, he's right. Well, I just did not see it. But anyway, it was a long considered look. I think they probably had a look, something that we couldn't see here. Okay, so T.J. Campbell has it. Challenge successful. And you definitely want to score after a challenge. And, oh my. Right at the rim, not able to get it to go. It was Jamuni McNeese. Oh, nice pass. Yayi, he's not going to miss. It's back to a 10-point deficit. Jackson Kreuzer brings it across midcourt. It's all about this end right now for Cholet. They just got to get stops, try to speed this game up a little bit. Jackson Kreuzer from downtown. Oh, my. Oh, my. PAOK have come out tonight and poured in the points from deep. 10 of 16. Unbelievable. Smith gets it. Yayi. Oh, get it back. 3-point shot. Oh, my. And that was not a good look either. As T.J. Campbell ran into the corner and collided with Henderson. Well, I know a lot of people were talking about Cholet were going to be pretty decisive in this game, and it has not looked like that at all. And certainly the way the game was played last week in PAOK, I don't know anybody would write off this PAOK team's chances because they have been solid. They've been the better team so far. And good defense. And now they may challenge. Cancellieri, I don't think he's going to use his challenge here. Frank Bartley back into the game. Oh, nice spin. McNeese going to work, cutting it back to an 11-point deficit. Timeout on the floor. Timeout for PAOK, leading 42-31. And again, the real story of this game, well, at least one of the stories, the 10 of 16 shooting from three-point range for PAOK. Frank Bartley, 5 of 6 with 15. He is the pick of the litter. And the best thing you can say right now about Cholet is A, they've got this crowd, and B, there's still 23 and a half minutes to go in this game. Cholet just 3 of 14 from deep. And one other thing that's crucial, they're being out-rebounded, Cholet 20-13 so far today. So PAOK really have come out and played well in this first half. Here's Bartley. Ayayi trying to stick to him like glue. That's Savelis. There's Bartley. And a blocking foul, I believe, on Smith. Grandison back in the game. Oh. He catches the pass on the inbounds, misses the shot. Another almost opportunity rebound for Forrester. The ball goes out of bounds. And if I'm the coach of Cholet at halftime, I'm lighting into my team regarding crashing the boards. I mean, they just should not. They're borderline being embarrassed right now on the glass. They need to really start taking care of business on the boards. TJ Campbell brings it up the floor. Can we see Cholet with a late run here in the first half to get themselves a little bit closer at least? Smith, nice pass. Nice finish. That's more like it. TJ Campbell lays it up and in. Now he applies some pressure in the backcourt. They haven't been as close as 9 in a while. So it's an 8-point lead on aggregate. Kreuzer over to Grandison. Smith again. Oof. So TJ Campbell gets free. 2:25 to go in the first half. McNeese back to the basket. Turns, puts it up, gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point deficit. Bartley. And the blocking foul called on Ayayi. Well, he's made the call. Just got to let him get on with it. Well, coach here's, I think, going to be flirting with a technical foul. He's really demonstrative over there on the bench. Well, they want to go look at something. Okay, no. Oh, so they've called the foul. So Bartley goes to the line. They've also called a technical on the bench. I'm assuming it's on Lefrancois. So it could be a big trip down the floor. Cholet had some momentum. So they've handed it back really with the technical. And now, especially if they score, then defense really needs to pick it up here. Bartley looking for some space. Gets it up to Henderson, who misses from deep. Ayayi jabs in, goes back out. Again, Ayayi takes it deep, puts it up. McNeese battling away. Ooh, I think Ayayi. Oh, have they called it on Bartley? he was on the wrong side of the rebound, but he was battling away, and the referee has seen Bartley wrap his arm around and hook Ayayi. Oh, Casalieri saying, why? So Ayayi goes to the line, makes the first. And gets the second to go as well. And Cholet, sure enough, coming back here late in the first half. Coach LeFrancois really styling over there, wearing the Cholet blazer and white shirt, the white sneakers, slick back hair, and now his team is coming back into it. Kreuzer hit a big three. Now he's going to drive. Little turnaround. Good box out. McNeese. All the momentum right now with the team in white. Melvin. Great work, D'Souza. Absolutely sensational. D'Souza. Great work. Cutting it back to a 4-point deficit. Smallest guy on the court, biggest heart on the court in that sequence. And a huge play. And LeFrancois going up, talking to the ref. I think he's upset that they called the technical, but he has got to calm down, because they need him for the second half. Can't get another technical. You get an early shower if that's the case. Tell you, D'Souza played in that great France team, 2023 FIBA Under-20 European Championship. And I think more than the talent and the skill level, what you saw with that last play, getting the offensive rebound and the putback, just showed the intensity, the stat of desire is the offensive rebound, and he's got plenty of it. And the armpit section from PAOK, suddenly 43-39, their team's lead has been whittled down to just 4 points. So PAOK have led by as many as 14, and now they're going to face some pressures. They try to get the basketball up the floor here, just under a minute remaining in the first half. Henderson can't get to Hatzivelis, does get it to Upson. Upson having to work against McNeese, and does get it up to Hatzivelis. Oh boy, anticipating Smith, trying to knock it away. And Smith does knock it away, in fact, from behind. Now on the open floor. And Endow takes it back outside. Well, that was the right decision. They need to rush one up. Here's D'Souza. He's going to stay at this end. Well, number 7 has got plenty of moxie. He is not afraid of anybody. Remember, Cholet won the first leg by a point, and it's the aggregate score of the two games. So they call the foul, send Smith to the line. So that foul called on Upson. Boy, things can change in a hurry, and it felt like PAOK just had this game in control. But the last couple of minutes, it's been all Cholet. But one thing they have not done tonight is make free throws. 8 of 13. Now 9 of 14, shooting 64.29%. They've closed the gap to 3, so effectively they're trailing by 2 Cholet on aggregate. So right now, if the game were over, PAOK would advance with a 2-point win on aggregate. However, we got a long way to go. We're just 20 seconds from halftime. Atsavelis gets in, misses, battles. 1.6 seconds remain. It's interesting that Shavar Reynolds, player of the month from March, hasn't scored. He had 20 in the first leg. So that's perhaps something that PAOK could do in the second half, try to get him some basket attempts. Here is D'Souza, launches it from way downtown. He hits the backboard. He thought it was going in. But D'Souza, a big part of this comeback is Cholet reduce the deficit here in the second leg of the FIBA Europe Cup semifinals to just 3 points and just 2 points on aggregate. It's 43-40, PAOK on top of Cholet at halftime. $43-40, PAOK leading Cholet here. Second leg of the FIBA Europe Cup semi-final. And a 2-point lead on aggregate. So PAOK, having lost the first game 89-88 at home, have come out and led by as many as 14 points in this game. Cholet, though, stealing the momentum late in the first half and reducing the arrears to just 3 points here in this game. And certainly, I think halftime came at the right time for PAOK. We'll see if Cholet can pick up where they left off, or if PAOK are going to reestablish themselves. Remember, it was a three-point shooting in that first half that really sparked them, particularly PAOK getting Frank Bartley's 16 points, his first 5 3-pointers. They've hit 10 of 18 from deep. Overall, that has been their strength in this series. They hit 14 threes in the first meeting. And if you're also, you want Shavar Reynolds to get going. If you're PAOK, no points in this game in 5.5 minutes. He has 3 fouls, which sent him to the bench early. And PAOK, well, you know what? You're on the road and having to get a win in this type of atmosphere. I think you have to be happy that you're leading, but I think everybody will tell you that this is a game right now where Cholet has the momentum. They're going to try to pick it up here in the second half. But anyway, Shavar Reynolds has the basketball. As PAOK now attack the basket to the right on your screen. And the turnover, and that is going to be toxic as he goes in for the two-handed jam. Now we are even on aggregate. How quickly things change in a basketball game. Hatzivelis gets it over, and this time it's Shavar missing, and Cholet with a chance to take the lead. And take the lead they do. The two-handed rim rocker from McNeese. So without Bastien Vautier for 8 weeks, he will not play in the final even if they advance. Cholet, nevertheless, now leading 44-40. They've got a 2-point lead on aggregate. And it's going to stay at this end. Remember, the rebounding was an issue in the first half for Cholet, but this looks like a pretty good sign the way they've started now. They're level in rebounding, so they've come out very aggressive. Shavar Reynolds does get it in just in time. Got it to Cruiser. Nice bounce pass, wonderful play. Well, Shavar Reynolds doesn't just have to score, he's got to set his teammates up, and he does there that time. Forster with the jam. And again, we are level on aggregate. Yai that time trying to pass to the corner to Endow. Resibu Endow, the ball goes out of bounds. Sails out of bounds. Reynolds gets it across midcourt. Campbell, boy, Reynolds has got to watch it with 3 fouls. That's not a very smart play. Bartley over to Hatzavelis, and Hatzavelis had the hand in his face. Endow. Here comes T.J. Campbell and Cholet, and there's the, oh my goodness, put it on the highlight reel. The alley-oop, his back to the basket, and throws it down. Oh my, that's going to be tough to beat. That is called playing the game above the rim from McNeese. Jamuni McNeese with an amazing play. And Cholet now looking for an unsportsmanlike. Not going to get it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my. Anybody in the vicinity, I'm afraid you're on the poster. That was terrific. Endow inbounds the basketball. T.J. Campbell. Cholet now with the wind in their sails, leading 46-45 here in the second leg. And coming in from the baseline, and another jam, and another highlight reel play. This one from Endow. And this was the Cholet that we had expected to see in the first half. The high flying, the length, the playing above the rim. Cholet. Reynolds, well, like an awesome player does, calms the nerves with the 3. Believe it or not, that's his first bucket of the game, his first points of the game. Yayi goes down, looking for a call, doesn't get it. Now Reynolds. Bartley, not interested in the 3. Oh, nice ball movement. We talked about Reynolds, the importance of getting him involved early, and he knows it. He gets it, skip pass, good hands up on defense. Campbell. Nice turn. Forrester gets it up. Terrific rebound. Henderson picking it up, getting back outside to Bartley. Now Bartley going between the legs. Bartley hooping and scooping. And nowhere to go. 5-less shot clock is going to stay at this end. That's some great basketball. Great individual skills. Look at this. That's what you do. You go hard, because even if he tries to block it, you're going to get to the free throw line. And D'Souza checks into the game. So he gets the tough assignment now, having to guard Reynolds. Bartley cooling off a little. LeFrancois has removed his jacket, his blazer. It's getting hot. Smith. Endow. Back to Smith again. Launches it from deep. Misses it badly, and that triggers a break for Bartley, who has it knocked away from behind. See Vote over there sitting down, frustration. This is one of the aspects of sports that every athlete has to go through at some point, deal with injuries, and you hate it when it knocks you out of a big game like this. That's Savelis. Here's Reynolds. Stops on a dime, turns. Nice rebound. Up the floor to Diawara. D'Souza from downtown. Ball goes out of bounds. And I'm not sure that's what again what Coach Lefrancois wants. Threes early in the shot clock, but so if PAOK scores here, they take the lead on aggregate, and they would be the team that would be going through, but obviously a long way to go. Here's Henderson driving in to score. Nope, he is fouled. Good tough play. The foul on McNeese, I believe. Yes, it was. Well, so much great basketball being played in 2025. I mean, it is like the game in Europe is just so exciting. And to have this FIBA Europe Cup at this situation, semifinals, and look how close it is. Henderson calmly sinks the first. So now we're tied on aggregate. Oh, and does not make the second. However, Kreuzer gets in there and gets the rebound. Henderson stops on a dime and loses control of it. Good job from behind by Diawara. D'Souza, nice finish, high off the glass. Cholet back in front. Henderson able to inbound the basketball to Reynolds in the corner. Just over 14 minutes remaining in the game. Reynolds gets into the paint. Passes it back outside to Hatzivelis. Hatzivelis going between the legs. And then has it picked by Diawara, who's going to go in. Get out of the way. He goes up. Flushes it with two hands. And his defense has been excellent since he checked into the game. Look at this. He says, nobody's stopping me here. And that leads to Cancellieri calling a timeout. 4-point lead on aggregate now for Cholet. Well, the winner of this is going to take on the winner of the other semifinal between JDA Dijon and Bilbao Basket, and that second leg is being played in Bilbao. But again, JDA Dijon with a huge first leg advantage. Look at that play. You're going to be seeing this a lot, especially if you live around here. Well, you think about France, boy, they are spoiled, aren't they? They got great national team, made it to the Olympic final, played in that thrilling game before falling to the USA. Great league. And they've got two teams here battling it out in the FIBA Europe Cup semifinals. And you would think that JDA Dijon will be there. And will it be Cholet that they go up against for an all-French final? That's Avelis. Back to Reynolds. Jacks it up. Great rebound by Aaron Wheeler. Driving in and scoring is D'Souza. He is in the flow, and now it's a 5-point lead here in the second leg. More rim protection. D'Souza. Melvin. Oh, my. This game is getting out of hand now in favor of Cholet. They lead at 57-49. And the way this thing was played in the first half, you would not have envisioned this game being at this point. It's a 9-point lead on aggregate now for Cholet. Oh, offensive foul on Henderson. Smith taking one for the team. Just wondering if looked like he was giving the sign of he wants to challenge something here. Cancellieri. Well, PAOK fans have not given up. I don't think they're going to change that call. Nope. So he will have used this Cancellieri as a chance to kind of maybe break the rhythm of Cholet, use it as a timeout. Campbell pulls up for three. That's more like it for TJ Campbell. And the lead now 11 points. 12 on aggregate. 3-point shot, no good for Grandison, but they get it back. Bartley. Swinging it. And again, another miss from the corner. We'll talk about basketball being a 40-minute game. Campbell again. Boy, it is night and day this second half. Unbelievable. Boy, Campbell's really playing well, number 44. It's a 14-point lead tonight, 15 on aggregate. Margaritas, the former PAOK star, now part of this coaching staff. Gets his guys over. So coming out of the timeout, just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. PAOK looking for a little bit of magic. Bartley steps back for three, fouled shooting the three, so precisely what they need. He would have liked to have made that going to the line for a 4-point play, but they'll stop the clock, and 3 free throws for Bartley. Well, you could not have had a better opening, let's say 15 minutes than this guy. Frank Bartley today made his first 5 threes, really came out and kind of put PAOK in a very enviable position. But when things start to go against you, everything gets a little bit harder. So foul shooting three-pointer, misses the first of 3 free throws. PAOK coming through the qualification rounds for the Basketball Champions League, not making it, playing in the FIBA Europe Cup. Bartley also played in the FIBA Europe Cup in 2021 with Ironi Zayona, and also in the earlier that year with Bakken Bears. Makes the second. And the former Louisiana Raging Cajun makes the third at 63-51. Campbell, he's feeling it. Heat check. Offensive rebound, though, for Endow. And another quick three taken. Well, that helps PAOK as they try to come back. That was a Yayi missing that. Minute to go in the third. Bartley steps into one. He makes it. Well, that's a 6-point swing when you add in the missed three at the other end. So PAOK alive and kicking here, down by just 9 points in the second leg. And if they can get a stop here and go down and score, build a little bit of confidence. Campbell dribbles in. Oh, man, he is just – this is his world right now in the third quarter. We're living in it. Thank you very much. Doing a great job at the helm. TJ Campbell, 12 points. That's Avelis. About a 4-second differential of the game clock and the shot clock. Takes it down about as far as he can and misses the three. And boy, that's what effort does for you. Upson going up for the offensive rebound and the foul called. So 2.1 seconds, another chance for PAOK. Campbell's 12 points, by the way, now a team high. So 2.1 seconds. Inbound it and get it up quickly. Here's Henderson. And he is fouled. So just little things sometimes add up to be big things. So Henderson steps up to the line. Makes the first. So PAOK trailing by 10 on the night and 11 on aggregate. And that's just a great effort. Great effort by Henderson, going up for that offensive rebound, getting the foul called, and goes to the line and cuts the deficit to 9 in this second leg. I'm not sure you'd bet against Cholet right now, but nevertheless, they've got some work to do as PAOK cut the deficit to 9 points. So 65-56, Cholet leading it over PAOK. And in the other semifinal, Bilbao leading their second leg by 5 points, but remember they lost the first one by 19, so they've got a lot of work to do to beat JDA Dijon by 20 points to advance and outscoring 15 the rest of the way. But here, Cholet's up by 9, and Ayayi gets it inside. Good defense. Bartley with the rebound. Hatzivelis has it. Hatzivelis. Henderson at the big play at the end of the third quarter. Cruiser, beautiful bounce pass. And that's a good foul by Endow, fouling Upson to put him on the line. Make him earn it. Upson takes his time, makes the first. 6 points on the night. 2 of 2 at the stripe. Makes another one. So again, 65-58 now, 7-point lead. Upson with 7 points. Hatzivelis with the foul on D'Souza, who just brought all that energy, determination, and that key stretch for Cholet is, not only came from behind but took the lead. Ayayi to the corner, Endow, and not a good possession, turning it over. Turnovers, missed free throws. That's what helps PAOK get back into the game. Here's Henderson with a pump fake. Oh, nice give and go. Look at him, puts it up and in. Terrific execution from Henderson, and it's a 5-point game. Great. Terrific play and a very unusual miss from Ayayi. Then on the break, Bartley missing it from deep. Excuse me, that was Henderson missing it from deep. Hatzivelis is appealing for like a review that they don't have because Cancellieri already used it. That's exactly what he's telling him. I've used it. Don't you remember? Hatzivelis going up against D'Souza. Just trying to bull his way in. Bully ball doesn't work there. And look at this. Smith catches a nice handoff. Nope. Ball knocked away by Bartley. And really, for the first time tonight, Hatzivelis kind of losing his head. Is just going too hard into the defender, D'Souza, thinking he was going to be able to post him up. And Hatzivelis trying to really work the referees right now. But I don't think that was a foul. Great pass into the paint. And offensive foul called on Mohamed Diawara. And it's little things, you go back and you remember a couple of quick threes that were taken early in the shot clock by Cholet after they had taken an 11-point lead. And the game starting to be played at the pace that PAOK won't. And the defense has to really pick up for Cholet now. Hatzivelis gets it to the corner. Crozer has it. Oh. Bartley picks it up in the backcourt. Launches it from deep. Oh my. This guy can shoot it. He has been unbelievable. He is feeling it. 65-63, forcing the timeout. 21 points for Bartley, 6 of 8 from three-point range. And they have called a foul on Hatzivelis, and that is just almost unforgivable. You cannot let your team down in this situation. You got to maintain that emotional discipline. That is a huge point. That takes it back to a 3-point lead on the night, 4-point lead on aggregate. But you can see that Hatzivelis was really mad that they had not called a foul when he was trying to post up D'Souza. And now he ends up not only picking up a personal with the technical foul, but he gives Cholet a point. Shot clock down to 5 for D'Souza. Nowhere to go. And McNeese. And not good possession. And again, I mean, it's a lack of execution for Cholet, but probably even better that the defense really stood up that time for PAOK. And they were making Cholet earn this going down the stretch. Right now it's a 4-point lead on aggregate because of their 89-88 first leg win. They get it down low, and Upson goes up. And it's a 1-point game. 2-point lead on aggregate now for Cholet, who are looking anything but certainties right now. All the momentum now suddenly with PAOK, who are executing better. Smith drives, gets it back to McNeese. Campbell doesn't settle for the three, drives in, misses. Bartley, and the whistle blows right at the end. Bartley getting to the line. Foul on Melvin. And, you look at this game and you think, well, who is it that's going to come out and have a huge game tonight if PAOK are going to win it? And the first thing you think about is Shavar Reynolds. But Reynolds, had the early foul trouble. And it didn't allow him to become a huge factor at all, or a factor at all in that first half. He's got 3 points. I'm not sure you would have predicted Bartley would be the guy, but he's got 24, and he's going to the line for a chance to put this thing level on aggregate. Well, look at this. Bilbao now up by 12 points in the second leg, and there's still 3.5 minutes remaining. They lost the first leg by 19, and all of a sudden that is looking shaky for JDA Dijon. They have to steady the ship. So huge free throws coming up for Bartley. So 24 points. And at the free throw line tonight, he's 4 of 5. Now 5 of 6. And there's no doubt he's the MVP of this game if they come back and win it. PAOK brought a lot of fans tonight. They're here adding this incredible environment. And look at this. 6.5 minutes remaining, and we are level on aggregate. What a great comeback by PAOK. They were on the ropes and have come back to tie it on aggregate and to take the lead in the second half. And now an offensive foul, McNeese. And right now it's all about tempo and nerves. Now, have they just called a turnover? Wow. 5-second violation. Write that down. 6:18 remaining. No, they called a foul. Excuse me, on Shavar Reynolds. Casaglieri has words with him as he brings him over to the side, and Cleveland missing that long one. Cleveland Melvin. Crozer for three. Oh my, this is just unbelievable. And PAOK leading at 70-66. I mean, there have been so many times in this game where you just felt like you had a grip on how it was going to play out. PAOK looked really good in the first half. And once Cholet got on top of them in the second, it just looked like it was going to be their game to win. And now here they are trailing. PAOK leading 70-66. And that is a 3-point lead on aggregate. And also Bilbao Basket leading by 18 against JDA Dijon. There's the drive and 2 free throws awarded. And of course JDA Dijon coached by Laurent Villa, the former coach here at Cholet. So incredible goings on. We're talking about the potential of an all-French final, the likelihood of an all-French final, and all of a sudden we could have end up having a Bilbao v PAOK final, depending on how this goes. Yayi takes his time, makes the first. And Yayi makes the second. Well, coming up on winning time, folks, the final 5 minutes of the game. PAOK with a 1-point lead on aggregate, and look at who they've got bringing the basketball up the floor. Upson, not ideal. And the violation, do not get across in time. Terrific defense. And again, with Shavar Reynolds out of the game, he's the guy that usually is going to bring the basketball up the floor, and if not him, maybe Bartley. So I think that was kind of a mental miscue from PAOK. Who do you go to here for Cholet? Do you put the ball in the hands of a Yayi? Oh, yes, you do. And he goes in, he's blocked. Terrific rim protection. It's all about defense, ultimately. That's Avelis. Henderson to the corner. Korzer gets blocked out of bounds. Great work. McNeese. If we're still tied on aggregate at the end of this game, we would go to overtime. And Hatzavelis takes a three unsuccessfully. Now Yayi has it. Yayi will be thinking twice about driving after what happened last time. Melvin back outside. Campbell. Ooh, boy, Hatzavelis flirting with a foul. And Campbell puts Cholet back in front. And if the game ends now, he's the MVP for this team, the way he's played in the second half. Unbelievable sequence. Especially after the turnover. Here's Bartley driving in, spins, turns, goes down, and good box out. Good box out by Wheeler. Now Campbell to the corner. They take it early, and Melvin makes it. Unbelievable. The swings in this game. And this is winning time, and the team making the plays in winning time is Cholet. That's Avelis. Back to Henderson. 5 on the shot clock. Henderson takes it in, a little turnaround. Oh, terrific play. Then looks up at the crowd and says, hush. Boy, he's been huge late in this game. Oh, no hesitation, Wheeler. I'm sure that's what they're looking for. Well, you can't be afraid to take the shot, but I think you want to get the ball into the hands of your scorers. Hatzavelis gets to the baseline, guarded by Campbell. And that is an offensive foul, or traveling. So a couple of times when we've seen Hatzavelis try to post up, go to work down low. Well, insane scenes in Bilbao as well. They now lead at 92-68. They are the team that is going through to the final if this holds up. I mean, one of the all-time great Bilbao comebacks, having lost the first leg by 19. Meanwhile, Cholet trying to seal the deal. Up by 3 points on aggregate right now against PAOK. TJ Campbell, the man of the moment. Here he goes. Shares it. Oh, great block. Ayayi gets it back. Gets it to Endowed, puts it up and in. There's a terrific play by Henderson to get the block, but Ayayi didn't give up on the play. And now the lead is 5 on aggregate. Forrester catches it. Boy, it is just not easy to close these games down. And Forrester going to the line. Huge free throws with 2:08 remaining. His team trailing by 5 on aggregate, and Forrester makes the first. Well, you can't make up the drama that's happened tonight, not only here but also in Bilbao. He's had some big games over the years. Remember, that was one of the host cities for the World Cup in 2014. That second free throw rattles out. So it's a 4-point lead on aggregate for Cholet. Every possession counts here. And time is crucial. Campbell. Oh, going into overdrive with the ball handling. Shot clock down to 4. Campbell lets it fly. Oh, look at the rebound, and nobody goes in, and Ayayi just goes up with an easy putback. Ooh, and looks like Henderson may have injured his ankle. Well, the FIBA Europe Cup has absolutely delivered on a spectacular night for the semifinals. Jordi Porcino, I mean, you know, it's hard to imagine. We don't know what's going to happen in this one yet. There's still some work to do for Cholet, but for Bilbao to come back from a 19-point deficit in the first leg is quite stunning. They now lead at 94-68. And just 13 seconds remain. So stunning night for Bilbao Basket. 95-68. They're going to win that one. The question is, who are they going to face in the final? Is it going to be Cholet or PAOK? Well, PAOK trailing by 6 on aggregate. 1.5 minutes remaining. And heat check for Bartley. Well, they've done it, folks. Bilbao have won it. They have advanced to the final. And remarkable scenes in Spain. Now the question is, who is going to play them in the final? Will it be Cholet or will it be PAOK? Well, don't count them out. Randolph with the drive and the bucket. Gets it back to 4-point difference on aggregate now for Cholet. Still got some work to do. You can't turn it over here. And you need to get a good shot. Nice spin. Unbelievable. What a play from a Yayi. And the foul down low is Randolph. Will go to the line. Excuse me, Reynolds, not Randolph. Reynolds going to the line for a couple. And that's good for PAOK because that's going to stop the clock. Reynolds will try to make both of these. Only makes 1 of 2, but PAOK, are they going to get it back? Well, we got a jump ball situation, and it's going to be PAOK basketball. The sportsmanship from Reynolds to pick up Endow. (80-76), Cholet trying to seal the deal. Got to get another defensive stop here, though, with 30 seconds left. Grandison takes the bump, gets it up. Oh, boy, if that had gone. Now he gets a chance to make a couple of free throws. So 80-76 free throws coming for PAOK. And, you know, right now, if you're Cholet, you got to be locked in, concentrate on what you need to be doing here. Listen to your coach. So what is the strategy here? I would assume you're trying to make both instead of missing it intentionally, trying to get the rebound. But let's see. Definitely make the first. And the Finland International makes it a 4-point game on aggregate. Now they got to get a steal. If they don't get a steal, they got to commit a foul. So Campbell, no, they're over the limit, surely. I guess our foul count on the graphic is not correct. Ooh, Oh, close. Campbell runs away. Do they want to get rid of it before they can foul? Nope. It's going to. It doesn't make sense. You got to either go for the steal. Okay, so your Cholet is up by 3. Okay. So they're up by 3. So now PAOK, if they can nail a three-pointer, they could tie this thing on aggregate and force overtime. And the question will be, will Cholet allow them to shoot a 3? It may not. Got to be careful that you don't foul the shooter, that's for sure. So 80-78, and it's definitely, with 4.8, they got to go for the 3 to tie it. You simply, in terms of the 3, you either foul before they get into the three-point motion. It's dangerous sometimes committing these fouls. They're able to advance the basketball, so that makes it easier. But you don't want to foul the three-point shooter because not only could he end up hitting the 3, or he could get 3 free throws. Oh, and they do. They went for the block, and they did get the block. McNeese. Still 2.2 seconds remains. Oh. So they elected not to foul. Reynolds appealing for a little bit more time, a little bit more space rather, to be able to get the inbound the basketball. And now just 1.8 seconds remaining, and he's such a towering presence. Standing in front of him, Mohamed Diawara. Reynolds not able to inbound it. So just under 2 seconds remaining, 1.8 seconds. You don't tie it here. You have to put up a 3. So you're guarding the three-point shot. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? We've got overtime. And this is why I think you foul, and you don't allow them that chance. But anyway, easier said than done. Quite stunning. PAOK have won the second leg 81-80, but that creates a tie on aggregate. They're going to look and see if he got the shot off in time. I think he did. Well, it had to be Bartley, didn't it? I mean, again, also with Cholet, if there's one player that you don't want shooting that basketball in that situation, it's Bartley. And he was able to catch it and put it up and score. Yep. You got off well in time. So he catches it. Yep, he's behind the line. That is a terrific, and really the defense was okay. I mean, if you want to guard the three-point shooter rather than foul. So they will confirm it, and we've got free basketball, folks. Another 5 minutes coming up. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. And you think about how you get to this point with, Grandison had to make the 2 free throws. So that cut the deficit to, it made it manageable if they could get the stop, which they did. And then they're able to call the timeout, advance the basketball, and then it's just a matter of catching and shooting. And Bartley has had just an incredible game, 8 of 11 from three-point range. I mean, he's probably, arguably had the best game of his career. He certainly had one of the best games of his career at the right time. Well, you got to be excited for PAOK, that's for sure. What a great, great comeback. And with the three-pointer, Bartley, I mean, this is going to go down as one of the all-time great finishes for PAOK. If they can pull off this three. Stunning. And now they got to lock down on defense. Okay, here we go. D'Souza. Forrester guarding D'Souza. Unbelievable that we're here. D'Souza, great defense. They drive in, and the great rebound from Forrester. Now PAOK on the improbable circumstances. Has Reynolds saved his best for last? That's the big question. Three-point shot for Bartley, and no good, but the offensive rebound, and blocked from behind. So the ball goes out of bounds. So he catches them bounds. Reynolds calls the play. Drives in at the edge. Oh, he's fouled. Well, Smith had his hand straight up, but it looked like maybe he reached in and he got Reynolds as he was going up. Well, he definitely got him. He's going to the line for the 2 go-ahead free throws. Well, you go back into PAOK history and you think about all the big games that they have played, and this one is going to go down in history as one of the all-time greats if they can pull it off. If they don't pull it off, then it doesn't. But Bartley has come up with a legendary performance tonight. 29 points, 8 of 11 from three-point range. And now it's Reynolds who shows up and starts to make an impact on this game as well. He does have 5 assists, Reynolds, to go with his 6 points. But don't forget also, he's got the 4 fouls. Now D'Souza. And Smith blocked. Gets it back, puts it up from 3 on the wing. And Cruiser swoops in for the rebound. Hatzivelis has it. What a contest. And then Bilbao came from 19 points down to win that to win that second leg and cover to go into the final. Now, who's going to meet him? Is it going to be PAOK or is it going to be Cholet? Right now it's PAOK in the ascendancy, and it's Reynolds getting the rebound off his own missed shot, and the tempo favoring PAOK. 3:20 remaining. That's Avelis. Bartley. How in the world does he get open? And boy, are they living dangerously. The man that forced overtime had a look. Now D'Souza drives in and again misses, and it's Cruiser with the rebound. And this crowd is going to be absolutely in shock if their team does not come back and win and advance to the final. PAOK traveling with the great contingent of fans tonight. You know, that's made a big difference for them. Here's Reynolds, fouled by Smith. So Reynolds goes back to the line. It's 83-80 and makes another one. I mean, all bets are off how this is finishing. Even though PAOK in the ascendancy right now, I mean, it's been a really difficult game to get to grips with. So many swings, and Reynolds makes the second. So they lead by 5 on the night and 4 on aggregate. Ayayi dribbles in and almost looked like they turned the basketball over. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So again, as a reminder, it was Frank Bartley who had hit 7 3-pointers on the night, was able to catch a pass with 1.8 seconds remaining and hit a 3 while being well guarded to force overtime. Even though PAOK won, they went ahead 81-80 in the second leg, it's the aggregate score that counts. And right now they're up by 4 points. Shot clock winding down. Campbell's going to have to put up a prayer. No, he's going to get it down low. A great play by McNeese to catch it and get it off in time. Makes it 85-82. Reynolds dribbles in, spin, keeps it. Ooh, dangerous pass. That's Avelis for 3. And a foul. Is that on Endow for boxing out, or is that going to be on? Well, it's definitely pushing. It was boxing out. So more free throws coming with 1:53 remaining in overtime. And the lead is 2, and it's Forrester, who's played well in the second half. Played well when he came into the game as well. He did miss that bucket right at the end of the first half. But takes his time. You got to put those disappointments behind you and come back, and he has done so very nicely. Got 4 rebounds. An assist, been playing good defense, and gets both free throws to go. 87-82 now, 6-point lead on aggregate. Defense is good for PAOK. Oh, Ayayi for 3 just grazes the net with that attempt. Boy, those things are harder to make this time of the game. And look at that. Ayayi playing defense. Goes down and gets the offensive fouls called. And that's a big call right there. That gives possession back to Cholet. Yeah, Hatzavelis has to be careful. You can see him shaking his head at the referee. He's already had one technical called on him tonight. Campbell's able to inbound it to a Yayi. See if he drives. He does. Goes right at Kreuzer. Passes it back outside. Melvin. Tough attempt. Follows up the miss. There was no box out from Hatzavelis. Two-point lead on aggregate. 3-point lead in the game, but the key is the 2-point lead on aggregate right now for PAOK. So if you're Cholet, you need a stop. If you're PAOK, if you score here, it is a dagger. Kreuzer. Back to the basket. Oh, pass back inside. It goes off the hands. Now a chance for Cholet. What do you want? You're going to dump it down low to McNeese. He gets it to the corner. Melvin for three. Oh, my goodness. And the go-ahead three-pointer. Cholet, 87-87. They've got a 1-point lead on aggregate. Hatzavelis. Unbelievable. What a night of basketball. Not just here, but in Bilbao. Bilbao in the final, waiting for the winner of this one. The three-point shot. Oh, my, it's Grandison. The crucial free throws at the end of the game or near the end, and now his three-pointer gives PAOK a 2-point lead on aggregate. Cholet. Clock winding down. What do they want? Melvin fouled. Ooh. And free throws for Melvin. Cleveland Melvin. What a big shot that was from Grandison. He has not looked at all, Grandison, like he has not shied away from taking big shots tonight. He hasn't made them all, but that was quite a moment for him to take that one and make it. The Susiyingi averaging 1.7 points in this competition. Of course, he's only played 3 games in the FIBA Europe Cup with PAOK. But that was a big one. Ooh, Melvin. Missed a couple earlier in the game. If he makes this one, we are tied on aggregate. And then it's all about that final 12 seconds. Melvin. PAOK into the lane too soon. Well, you know his heart is beating pretty quickly right now. And misses the second again. Now they got to get a foul. They got to get a steal or a foul. They can't just let it. And Hatzavelis dribbles, avoids contact, and then throws it up. Unbelievable scenes, and PAOK have done it. Can you believe it? You could not make it up. They force overtime with the three-pointer from Bartley, and then in overtime, they hold on. They have shocked the world tonight. Cholet absolutely stunned. Losing on aggregate by just 1 point, 90-88. And they're going to have to try to digest what's just happened. I don't think they can quite believe it themselves. Bartley, without a doubt, the MVP tonight for this team, and PAOK have shocked the basketball world. It looked at one moment tonight like we were going to have an all-French final, and now Melvin is going to have the tough time digesting the fact that he missed that second free throw. Campbell was terrific. You could see how much it means to these guys. They wanted to make it. They're getting emotional. And that is the brutality of sports. The Cholet fans as well, just completely stunned. It seemed like their team, even after that late Melvin go-ahead three-pointer, would do it, but then Jacob Grandison went right back down the court, and the Finland international knocked down the three-pointer, and Cancellieri is ecstatic. He was able to get the win tonight, and without a doubt for PAOK, what an incredible moment. Incredible. But you can also always go back and you can look. Unfortunately for Cholet, it's going to be some tough viewing. Ultimately, they did get their free throw shooting up in the end. They're up in the high 60s. Obviously, you want to be in the 70s. But PAOK was able to make plays late. They were able to make shots late. And I think ultimately, when you look back at the end of regulation and you remember Bartley with 1.8 seconds remaining, I mean, they'll go back and dissect even the possession before that for Cholet, but Bartley able to catch it. Probably the hottest three-point shooter in Europe tonight, was able to catch it right on the wing, go up, and make the three-pointer to force overtime. You know, you want to foul, you think, well, foul so they can't attempt a three, but it's also, you know that they're going to be shooting a three, so you want to go out and guard the three, and the defense was there. He had his hands up, but he wasn't able to get the block, as I think it was McNeese right before him had gotten the block on the attempted three. And Bartley capped for him an amazing night with the three-pointer to force the overtime. And now we have PAOK, which has just pulled off a stunner. Vangelis Margaritas, part of this PAOK team for so long now, here with the team, sharing his magic, and everybody just kind of absorbing what has been an unbelievable accomplishment for PAOK tonight. Everything looked like it had gone against them, but in the fourth quarter they were able to maintain their composure, come back, and then get the late three-pointer to force the overtime. And those fans there have been rewarded for their journey. They are not going to go to sleep tonight. Look at them. They are over the moon. So there's Bartley hitting one of his many threes tonight. And as you look back at this game and you think about where was the game won and lost, I mean, you know, you have opportunities where execution has to be better. Perhaps, I mean, you could say that if you can overanalyze it in the game, but for Cholet Basket, they were able to get up in this game by 14 points. And they just weren't able to maintain their execution throughout. You know, it's those late plays that are magnified, but you go back and you look and you can think, well, maybe we could have done this better or that better. They were definitely good enough to win it, but PAOK came in tonight. They were locked in, had the great first half, and even when it just seemed like everything was against them in the second half, PAOK were able to come back and force the overtime and then get the overtime win. So, again, the final 90-88 after overtime. PAOK win it to advance to the final of the FIBA Europe Cup, where they will take on Bilbao Basket, who had a stunning come-from-behind win over the two legs. They lost the first leg by 19 points, and they came back and won. They not only covered that deficit tonight, but they covered it handsomely, winning by, I think it's 24 points. So it's going to be Greece against Spain instead of an all-French battle between Cholet and JDA Dijon. And I think anybody coming into today would have put their money probably on Cholet playing JDA Dijon in the final. So for PAOK, in this historic night for them, and I think you have to say it's historic, the manner of the win, Bartley with 29 points without a doubt, the star. 5 of 6 at the line, 8 of 13 from three-point range, 8 of 17 overall. He didn't make a shot inside the arc, but he made 8 of them from behind the arc. And you had 10 points for Cedric Henderson. You had 9 points for Hatzivelis, who was excellent early on in this game. Struggled a little bit with his temperament late, but still, nevertheless, was very important for this team. Reynolds struggled in regulation. Did have phases where he played well. Cruiser, I thought, was really solid. 6 rebounds to go with his 6 points. Also had the 4 assists. Cedric Henderson was terrific. Had to leave the game with a sprained ankle. He was really good late in the game, as was Devontae Upson and Jacob Forster as well. 8 rebounds to go with his 7 points. He was solid. And as I said, Grandison coming out tonight. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Hit the huge 3 to answer the 3-pointer from Melvin. And PAOK get out of here with the win. They are headed to the final. One last time, 90-88. PAOK win it over Cholet. They win the semifinal here in the FIBA Europe Cup by 1 point on aggregate. They advance to the final to take on Bilbao Basket. Thanks for watching, everybody.